Like the Dogmatica branded stuff, they could make a movie out of that and it would be big. Like look at the League of Legends like Netflix series. A lot of people got into League of Legends because of the Netflix series. If Konami made a Netflix series or a movie or a TV show based off the lore of anime, it'd be great. I always argue, Dark Magician Girl should be more popular. She should be, right? Dark Magician Girl, the TV show, anime. People would line up for that easily. There's no way they would not, right? We always say, oh, Konami, more like Co-Money. But yet, like, they could do way more and make way more money if they were just a bit more creative. Like, if they made action figures of Sky Striker Ray, if they made t-shirts of Sky Striker Ray, like, I know there's a manga out there, but it's not really been exposed to the American audiences out there. And there are more people now getting into anime or getting to weeb otaku culture now more than ever. So I don't know why, like, we say Konami should want to, like, make more money, right? But, like, they're not making enough money. And here's the thing, though. Let's be honest here. If there was a Tearlaments anime or a Tearlaments action figure model line, Joshua Smith, Jesse Cotton, Pack, and MBT would all buy and watch those products. You cannot tell me I'm wrong there, right? If they made a Tearlaments TV show or an entire, or like a statue of all like Kid Kalos, people would buy that. Konami not thinking outside the box. They used to think outside the box. I think, my personal opinion here, Konami are playing way too safe with the Yu-Gi-Oh brand. Because Yu-Gi-Oh is not just a card game. It just re-identifies the card game because it's the most popular aspect of the brand. But it's also a shoe line, if you didn't know about it, because it works with Adidas and Nike. It also has a fashion line with it. They have a phone. It's also a digital game through PC and through like Nintendo Switch, and it's also a phone game. It's a PC game. They have games on consoles, and then there's the actual card game itself. There's no Yu-Gi-Oh products that are being sold in Walmart or Targets. The only thing being sold are the card games. They're not creative enough with their games. They could be more than a card game. Like Dungeon Dice Monsters. Even when we make fun of Dungeon Dice Monsters, we can perfectly admit that that was a concept or idea that could have been crazy. I theorize that like between 2004 to 2009, I think Konami really wanted to expand their game to be more. They wanted Yu-Gi-Oh to be more than just a card game. Because remember all the PS2 and Xbox and GameCube like Yu-Gi-Oh games that were out? How have they not done an RPG Yu-Gi-Oh game yet? An RPG Yu-Gi-Oh game where you make your own character and he's just traveling around the world. It'll be like Pokemon, really. Pokemon is the model for like making great games or concepts outside their brand. Because for Pokemon, it's more than a card game. They're a lot more creative with their IP and brand, but they're not doing that anymore. Because in Pokemon, we got Detective Pikachu, we got the Trading Card game Pikachu, and they have a new variation of the Yu-Gi-Oh games on digital. And they're always marketing out. Here's the thing, Pokemon is not how do I say it? The Pokemon brand is not attached to any specific thing. Pokemon is not attached specifically to the anime. It's not attached specifically to Nintendo products. It's not attached specifically to the trading card game. It's not attached to a certain playstyle. Like the Pokemon video games has nothing to do with the trading card game. Like Detective Pikachu has nothing to do with the actual anime or the trading card game. But yet Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like it has to be about trading cards. I'm like, no, it doesn't have to be about trading cards. Yeah, Pokemon has everything, dude. If you go to Walmart right now or to your local like supermarket store, you're gonna see like variations of different Pokemon products. We'll have a Pokemon plushie, we'll have a Pokemon Monopoly game, we'll have a Pokemon board game, we'll have a Pokemon like D&D game happening there. You got Pokemon keychains in your local grocery store, in your supermarket, but you're not gonna have that for Yu-Gi-Oh. Digimon tried that actually, but then it kept giving up. There's Detective Pikachu, but no Detective Dark Magician. Or Detective Blue Eyes. The brand of Yu-Gi-Oh should be billions of dollars, but it's not. They're kind of playing it safe. Give me some ideas, chat here. What would you like to see in a Yu-Gi-Oh product? I want to see a Yu-Gi-Oh 3D RPG game in the realm of Final Fantasy. I want a Final Fantasy Yu-Gi-Oh game. Here's the thing. How has not been done yet? How is there no Monster Hunter Yu-Gi-Oh game yet? Think about that. It's Monster Hunter, but you're out there traveling around like the world, and your goal is to fight these or Shadow Colossus in the form of Yu-Gi-Oh. Tell me when I'm speaking lies here. Would you not play a Shadow of the Colossus Yu-Gi-Oh game? You're climbing up Exodia and you gotta like hit the weak spot of Exodia. Wait, you want a Brandon Starfrost, Sky Strikers, and many more Shirley Slice of Life? Yeah! Yeah! I would watch that, 100%. An anime by Sky Strikers, I would watch it. And then those same people who watch those animes will then go and play the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So in the end, everyone makes more money. Most people who played Yu-Gi-Oh! Are in their mid to late 20s to early 30s, right? Because a lot of us played Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we watched the anime in the early 2000s. And because of that, we kept playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For a lot of kids nowadays, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duels or Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns, that doesn't appeal to kids. It doesn't. Most kids are not into Yu-Gi-Oh! They're not. There's like that gateway product that was there for us when we were kids is no longer there for the current kids right now. But if a kid is like going through YouTube and they see this character, especially with anime being as popular as it is now, there's no way they would not want to watch it, right? You know how big Anya is right now currently in the anime scene? Anya from Spy X Family? There's no way you can go anywhere now. Like if you go to a mall or if you go to any like big local area, there'll be somebody who has Anya merchandise. Why can't Ash Blossom be like the Anya of Yu-Gi-Oh? Why not, right? If they see Purely in an anime and the show is really good, they are then gonna go and play Purely in the card game, and then that's their gateway to playing Yu-Gi-Oh. If a 22-year-old who enjoys animes and waifu stuff, like Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid, is one of my favorite shows of all time. And that show is super big and made millions off its brand. Why can't they do this? Brandon can be a shonen anime. No, Brandon could be a 3D movie. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is one of the biggest animes of the past decade. And yet, but someone else got to it first before Konami did. Don't tell me that if Konami made a figure of this character here, Chiba Dragon Maid, there wouldn't be people spending money to buy this. You know, on Konosuba, all the character designs are so good you want to get them as a collection. So there's like 4 characters in Konosuba that you want to get all together, and they're all like 30-40 bucks each for the highest version of it. You can get like, here it is, sell a figure, $40 for Kagari, $40 for Shizuku, $40 for Hayate, $40 for Kaina. That's $160 you just got off me right then and there. And then you guys spend more money to go get Rose and Ray. And people would buy that. And they'd be perfectly fine buying that stuff. But that's not going to happen because Konami are not going to make that. Because they're playing it too safe.